Welcome back, y'all. This is another video right here for y'all. This one right here, we're gonna call this one taking it from 0 all the way to 100. And when I say taking it from 0 going to 100, we're talking about starting at the bottom, starting with nothing, and going all the way up to the top and having something. So if you're a felon, if you're somebody that ever has had to hit a real bottom in your life and have to start all over again at some point, you know, that's my story right there.
I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is gonna go through this, is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. I went through every emotion with trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that what's gonna separate whoever's gonna try to go for something is that you ain't gonna quit.
You know, if you're not that person and you can relate, that's great. But what I'm talking about is starting out with nothing. So how do you start from nothing and get all the way up here? You know, this is a pyramid. I'm not even trying to say that I'm all the way up here, but I know I'm climbing up that ladder. I'm somewhere getting closer and closer. I mean, the breeze is feeling good, so bear with me on this one right here. But you know, the best way to do that right there, the best way to go from 0 to 100 is to start off with who you are inside. So you need to be able to have time with yourself and be able to look at yourself and see, where are you hung up at? Are you still looking like back in your past, trying to figure out, like, are you hung up from someone that broke up with you? Are you hung up from an accident? Are you hung up from a failure, a business you might have created and then, hey, the business never went nowhere? You know, those are things you need to get over. You know, trust and believe that your life right now is where it exactly should be. I feel at the end of the day that, you know, once again, God makes no mistakes, and no one's pushing God off the throne. None of that. God's order is in perfect play, and his will in my life is perfectly unfolding. I just pray once again for strength, wisdom, and understanding of his will to be an active participant in it. So if that's a prayer you need to say, I highly encourage you to say that. But nonetheless, you know, what you're gonna do is want to build this person up. You want to build who you are. You want to get rid of all those feelings that are keeping you held up in the past. Because where you want to be at is in the now and moving into the future. Because with every second that passes us by, the future is right there. It's on us more and more. There's no standing still. Everything truly is the past, because every second is coming and going so quickly. So that's why it's such a major issue for you to take the most of the day and utilize your 24 hours. If you're sleeping too much, you need to cut that out. If you're you know, overeating and it's got you feeling sluggish, you need to cut that out. You know, if you've got a toxic partner around you that's dragging you down, cut that out. And I'm saying it nonchalantly, but you know, at the end of the day, you want the result. These are going to have to be the action. So once again, you got to build this character. Once you've got this character up, what you're going to do after that is you're going to build habits. And with these habits, these are going to be things of repetition that you do every single day. And it's going to be things that you want to throw in some things in there that are moderately, you know, if depending on your level of practice, that are going to be trying you. Because at the end of the day, pressure is what's going to mold you and shape you. You know what I mean? The things that come upon you where you can take that pressure and wear it on your shoulders like it's not happening, those are going to be the things that keep adding to you, that are going to allow you to get higher and higher on these levels of life. Now, once you got this character, once you got these habits, you should be at a good place in life. You should be seeing some fruit from your labor right there. And with that, you want to continue to build upon that and sharpen that area right there. Character and the habits you want to keep, because they're intermingling. They're going back and forth. They're dancing with one another on a daily basis, every interaction, every second. You're going to want to keep polishing these up. And when you have these polished, then you're going to be able to keep applying them to the world. You're going to have to keep taking yourself and putting yourself in situations, or you know, I don't want to just say situations. You want to have yourself experiencing different areas that you may not go. They say one of the greatest levels of mastery is when you can just interact with any other person that's just not like yourself. Because you know, we tend to be magnetically attracted to people who are like us, people who are similar. You know, people we see ourselves in a little bit. You want to be able to master that area of yourself right there. You want to be able to keep putting yourself where areas where you feel uncomfortable, because inside those areas of uncomfortability, you're going to find that, hey, you've got some great skill sets. There's some great opportunities. This was a great lead. This. I mean, the list goes on, right? So once again, once you have the character, you have the habits, and you're constantly refining both of them, I would say right there, you know, what you got to continue to keep doing is learning. You got to keep, you know, once again, applying yourself to many different avenues and seeing the things that are inside of you that really got that pull, you know, the things that you show interest into, you know, that's where that follow your bliss comes from, is being able to tap into the things that you really find interest in, and apply yourself in them and grow in those things. Because, you know, what, for me, in my experience, you know, I've been able to read and retain the things that I care about or have interest in way easier than I do things or force subjects upon me that I never really could understand the why to, or how they managed to be essential for me learning. You know, in high school, I never understood why I had to take calculus and these advanced mathematical problems, you know, and looking back, I still don't get it because I've never really had to have the application, because I've never went into anything like scientific or anything like that. Now, had that been the case, I'd get it. But, you know, for day-to-day people, you know, like me, I liked history. I wish I'd had more chances to spend time in history and understand, because history repeats itself. You know, it's predictability, you know, it's the humanity of the world to a degree. But, you know, there's so many ways. I just encourage anybody that's watching this video right here to know that, hey, you know, the success that you attain, when you do attain it, and you're going to attain it if you're grinding it out every day, it's just a matter of when. And, you know, the more you do it and the more you do it with excellence, the better chance you have. But I tell you like this, at the end of the day, that success is so much greater when you've had nothing and you've had to grind it out and you've earned it. Man, nothing beats that. You know, people get these fast dollars. They feel like they hit these licks, these slip and fall, these you know, these Bobby Manigos. You get these type of people right here, and you know, they get this false sense of security of who they are and their successes. But when you grind it out and you earn it, hey man, every dollar is worth it. And I tell you right now, life is such a even a greater picture, because it allows you to do things like I'm doing right here, being able to sit here and drop some jewels on you, give you some increase in your life free of charge, just on my free time out here in this park while I'm catching up on a little bit of emails and clerical duties, you know. So, you know, the greatest thing is to be able to give back, because when you can give back, you open yourself up for the universe to get even more. So, you know, I highly encourage anybody that's watching this to know that all that's possible. But at the end of the day, everything falls on you. Don't wait on your friends, don't wait on your family, don't wait on your girlfriend, don't wait on your boyfriend. You know, get up and grind that out every day, and make sure you got a map, you got that stuff lined out. You got to put it on your wall. It's got to be that big, you know. Make sure you know what each step you need to go to, you know. I find for me the best way I can do it is, you know, I visualize where I want to be, and then I work my way back. I reverse engineer it, and by doing that, man, it just opens me up to a world of possibilities. Because, man, I mean, you can do anything in this world. If you're in the United States right now, I don't care what CNN or any of that stuff is telling you. You know, I don't even feed into none of that stuff. I live in my atmosphere, and I do the best I can with what I got. Some of that stuff, I hear it, but you know, you can't. You gotta put that white noise out and zoom in on what you want to do, and worry about the factors of the day, because some of that stuff is just out of your control. And if you sit there and worry about it and fret on it, your mind's playing movies, you're lost in the sauce, and that's the last thing you want to do is be lost. You want to be navigating this. Let's win. That's what I'm saying. Let's win. You can win nowadays. I'm telling you right now, we're winning on grand levels that people ain't never even won on before. I mean, to fathom success stories and the rapid rate of e-commerce and just the potentials with it, I mean, it's unlike anything else that I know of. So I hope you guys once again find these videos pretty informational. If you got a comment, if you got a subject matter you're gonna be talking on, drop it in the comments below. I'm always checking them. Please, whatever you do, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you get the videos first and foremost. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm out. If you like this video right here, please show some love and hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe and notification button to stay updated for the latest videos. New videos will be dropping Thursday, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, so please stay tuned.